Good evening. Welcome to our council meeting of December the 14th. It will be our last council meeting of 2021, and so we'll start off fresh in the new year in January. So for tonight, be it resolved that the agenda of the regular council meeting for December 14th be adopted. Do I have a mover?
Henry Siemens.
Seconder.
Marvin Flett.
And are there any additions to the agenda? Hearing none. All in favor? And that is carried. Be it resolved that the minutes of the regular council meeting of November 23rd, 2021 be adopted. Mover?
Don.
And a seconder?
Karina.
Any errors or omissions or corrections needed? Hearing none. All in favor? And that is carried. Correspondence. We have Mmsm Correspondence. That's in regards to our credit for recycling newspaper, credit to be used against newspaper advertising. That's basically long and short of it. Just over $40,000. Just duly noted. The next one is a letter from Manitoba Municipal Board in regards to our bylaw application for the debenture for the new wastewater treatment plant. Everybody's familiar with that one.
What was the issue, though?
It was just the final approval.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just
Oh,
waiting.
their
It
issue.
Went-
for the
It went
municipal-
back and
Okay.
forth with a
It's
few
like, I was
changes.
trying to find
I was
the issue
trying
in
to
there
find
too.
it It's okay.
Okay, sorry. Next one, we have a letter from Genesis House from their annual report. And then we have the Winkler Heritage Society newsletter. I thought that one was rather interesting, so recap there of the
Very interesting.
little health history of Canada. Any questions regarding any of these? Any thoughts? Hearing none, that's all for the correspondence then. Going on to finance, be it resolved that the accounts payable of $1,381,231.75 as approved by the Finance Committee be approved for payment. Mover?
Henry Siemens.
Seconder.
Andrew?
And any comments in regards to the check register? Any questions? Hearing none. All in favor? And that is carried. Be it resolved that the bylaw number 227321 to approve water and sewer rates for the city of Winkler be given first reading. Mover?
Don.
Seconder?
Andrew?
Okay, Andrew, thank you. Any concerns in regards to pass-through water rates? It's formality, I guess.
That's just the amount of water that we received from Pima Valley Water Co-op because of the increase that Pima Valley Water Co-op has.
So the rate increase is diluted because of the water we produce. There's no water rate increase for that, only on the portion that comes from Pima Valley Water Co-op.
Right.
Clear?
Mm-hmm.
All in favor? And that is carried. Be it resolved that the monthly financial report and financial statements for October 2021 be received for information. Mover?
Henry Siemens.
Seconder?
Andrew?
Any questions regards to the financial report? I appreciate that he does, just highlights his
Changes.
updates, and so we always can see a history of what he's commented on before.
Very nice.
No particular concerns about the financial status, and it's always that question mark come year end, what's actually left over, so. And we don't go into deficits, but we've had healthier, I believe, surpluses than we will have this year.
Yep.
Any other questions regarding the financials or the report? Hearing none. All in favor? And that is carried. Be it resolved that the Finance Committee minutes of December the 2nd be adopted. Mover?
Henry Siemens.
Seconder?
Andrew?
Thank you. Any question in regards to the committee minutes?
They're not accompanied here, are they?
They were circulated via email.
Oh,
and
that's right,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
thank you.
It will be added here when approved tonight.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, all in favor? And that is carried. Be it resolved that council approve the attendance and applicable fees for Councillor Marvin Platt to attend the 39th Annual Red River Basin Land and Water International Summit Conference to be held January 11th to 13th at the Alaris Center in Grand Forks, North Dakota. Mover?
Krina.
Seconder?
Michael.
Thank you. Any questions?
I believe the first one in 2 years, I
Yeah.
think, that we did in person. We've done a lot of Zooming ones.
Well, again, I want to extend our appreciation for your attendance to these very, seems like remote issues, but yet very,
Very vital.
very important for us as a community, as we discovered this last year. So,
Right, yeah, we're at the bottom end of that system, so.
Yep, yeah. All the best. All in
you.
favor? And that is carried.
Thank you.
Be it resolved that the Winkler Police Board minutes of December 1st, 2021 meeting be adopted. Mover?
Andrew?
Seconder?
I can help.
Thank you.
Thank you, Henry. Any questions regarding the police board minutes? Andrew, you've been at this now for what, at least 2 or 3 meetings?
Yep.
Getting comfortable?
Yeah, we did get a reply back from Andrew Miner now, though, that
You did?
the strat plan doesn't quite suit yet.
Okay. Still
But-
working on it.
That, we're gonna talk about our next meeting, so.
Okay,
But no,
all right.
yeah,
Well,
it's,
Thanks.
hasn't
All
been
the
too
best.
busy yet, but.
All in favor? And that is carried. Be it resolved that the fire committee meeting minutes for December the 1st, 2021 be adopted. Mover?
Michael.
Seconder?
Don.
Any questions regarding those minutes? Short meetings, I understand. Wasn't
Yeah,
there last
Richard.
time around?
Richard gets it done to the point and
All right, all in favor? And that is carried. Be it resolved that Winkler Fire Report for November 2021 be received for information. Mover?
Michael.
Seconder?
Don.
Thank you. All in favor? And that is carried. I was going through all these minutes and whatever, so oh my stars, there's a lot of committees. It shows you if you're planning on running for councillor, don't think that you're gonna be entitled to only have 2 meetings a month. Proof is in the pudding right here.
Yeah.
Next one, transportation. Be it resolved that Transportation and Utilities Committee meeting minutes for November the 9th meeting be adopted. Mover?
Andrew?
Seconder?
Marvin.
Any questions regarding those? All in favor? And that is carried. Be it resolved that, sorry. Be it resolved that the Swamp Board meeting minutes for November 10th, 2021 be received for information. Mover?
Andrew?
Seconder?
Michael.
And any questions regarding that?
We meet again tomorrow. We'll be talking with the fire, I'm sure, so.
Yeah.
See where that
Yeah,
goes.
just
I can
curious how that
imagine.
had gone, but appreciate it. All in favor? And that is carried. Be it resolved that Health and Safety meeting minutes for December the 8th, 2021 meeting be received for information. Mover?
Krina, sorry.
Seconder?
I was distracted.
I'll help.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any comments regarding,
Just to note, an interesting point, Travis had attended a conference and it was noted that accessibility does not fall under the health and safety umbrella anymore. And so,
It doesn't have to, but.
right,
yes.
and so the discussion was had as to where that would fall. And so that is something that I'd like to discuss further as council, just to ensure that we don't miss any opportunities.
yeah, like Jody says, it doesn't have to, but isn't it the right place?
It could be, it could stay there. It just, we have to, as management,
Yeah.
try to look at the resources that we have and decide where that falls now.
Right.
I think that's actually a really good approach, Jody, if in fact you and your team take a look at it.
Yeah.
If it makes sense to leave it here, then let's make sure the resources are there to do so. But if there's a better place for it, then we should move it there.
Exactly.
Great. All in favor? And that is carried. Be it resolved that MSTW committee meeting minutes for the November 17th, 2021 meeting be received for information. Mover?
Don?
Seconder?
Andrew?
Any comments or questions regarding that? I always
We-
like to see the.
We seem to always be a month behind in this, though,
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a little.
because we had a meeting last week already.
last week, so I don't know if there should still be enough time to put
Right.
this out, because Glenn usually has the information at least a week and a half, 2 weeks in advance, so. I'm gonna ask him on that at the next meeting.
And Don was elected chair again at last week's meeting, so.
Yeah, one of the reasons.
Don Falk.
Don Fair.
Don Fair. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Don Falk is vice
Vice
and Don
chair.
Fair is chair, yeah.
Oh, okay.
One of the reasons I was going to say for minutes being late often is you want them, if they're for information, you want them to be able to be passed by the committee or the board
That's right.
that is
Uh,
passing them, so.
That would make sense.
True,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I noticed that our building permits to the end of, this is to the end of November, right? Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
At just over 51 million, which is basically equal to what all the rest are together, so Winkler's had a strong year again. It's good to see. And the region has had a strong year, so.
Yes.
Yeah, the other regions, in comparison to last year, have really stepped up from what they were in previous years.
Yep, yep. Even,
Thompson.
Even
Thompson.
Thompson, yeah.
Yep, Thompson has really had a spur there from what they
Yeah.
were.
awesome. All right, any other comments? Hearing none, all in favor? That's carried. Be it resolved that Community Services Committee meeting minutes for November the 16th meeting be received for information. Mover?
Andrew?
Seconder?
Karina?
Any questions regarding community services?
Kudos to the team for all the revisions that have been made. Lord, that
Yeah.
knows how many revisions
Yeah.
they've had to make.
What did
and
you
so
say this morning? 27
27.
revisions
Hey,
to
yeah, yeah.
Their opening
the
plan.
operational procedures in the new Meridian Exhibition Center over the course of this last year. 27 changes.
Yep.
So COVID has done a good number on that department.
Yeah, that's too bad.
All in favor? And that is carried. Be it resolved that the Winkler Resource Committee meeting minutes for November 23rd, 2021 meeting be received for information. Mover?
Karina?
Seconder?
Canal?
Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions or comments regarding the Resource Committee?
Blown away every time at how many people sit around that table and how fortunate we are to have so many good people serving our community. The reason that our community is as good as it is because of our servanthood, and there are so many people serving, and I wish that everybody could see just how many people there are. And yeah, I feel very fortunate to be able to sit at that table.
Awesome, and thank you for doing that and bringing that to our attention, so. Okay, all in favor? And that is carried. Be it resolved that the Winkler Arts and Culture Committee meeting minutes for November 22nd, 2021 meeting be received for information. Mover?
Michael?
And a seconder?
I'll help.
Thank you. And any comments regarding arts and culture?
They are trying to figure out how to come up with some new fundraising ideas during COVID, trying to figure how to grow a board that seems to be down a member as soon as they are up a member, and
Well, keep at her.
yeah, working through it.
Okay, appreciate it. All in favor? And that is carried. Be it resolved that PV LIP meeting minutes for November the 18th, 2021 meeting be received for information. Mover?
Karina?
And a seconder?
Michael?
Thank you.
Further comments on PV LIP?
Not necessarily, just looking forward to that welcoming inclusive policy framework that we're working on, so that's something to work forward for in 2022. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Then in regards to, okay, all in favor of that report? That is carried. Then in regards to the new Inclusive Communities Policy Framework, resolution number 2021-0413. It's regarding to Pembina Valley Local Immigration Partnership, as they're established by community in Pembina Valley with the intention and the vision connecting cultures, communities within the area. And it goes on with that resolution. And then whereas the Inclusive Communities Policy Framework has set principles upholding Manitoba Human Rights Code, embracing all cultures and peoples, welcoming their unique talents, abilities, and resilience, understanding that personal community wellness is made up of many parts collectively, and if we invest in each other, helping all residents grow deep roots into our communities and flourish. And whereas it is of the opinion that it is the best interest of the organization to have all communities within the Pembina Valley adopt this policy. Now therefore be it resolved that the Council of the City of Winkler hereby adopts PVLIP Welcoming and Inclusive Communities Policy Framework as outlined in Schedule A. Mover?
Karina.
Seconder?
Marvin.
Any questions?
Is there anything here that Jody and team have looked at that that is something that we need to be aware of in terms of financial considerations or otherwise? I know when I read it, it seemed like a fairly broad, extremely good document, but I'm always careful to make sure that we don't run into unintended consequences, financial or otherwise.
Not that we have seen from the framework provided here.
Okay?
Okay, thank you. So, all in favor? And that is carried. Be it resolved, the meeting of council recess for the purpose of holding public hearings. Mover?
Don?
Marvin.
Don and Marv, thank you. All in favor? Carried. Okay, time is right. Jody?
Scott, do you mind opening that door just in case there's somebody out there? Thank you.
Okay, this is a public hearing for variation application 1713-21. Applicant is Harvell Homes on behalf of owners Howard and Lorraine Hildebrandt. The address is 1339 Willow Ridge Place. Here zoning bylaw requirements are for a 25-foot rear yard setback and a 5-foot interior side yard setback. The variation requested is for 20-foot rear yard and 4.25-foot interior side yard. And this is in order to construct the second half of a duplex to align with the first half that was built in 2016. And we have not received any objections in regards to this application.
Okay, there's nobody here that, in regards to this issue, so as council, do you have any concerns in regards to the request?
Nope.
I do not.
Would this not have originally been part of the same application?
I believe it was.
I think they divided because of the individual units that they
I
were
think-
running and building.
The intent, as far as our department was aware, was to immediately build both units, and
Mhm.
only one was built, so it's non-conforming, and now they're going and building the second half.
Right.
The original variation would have expired after 2 years or so.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, so it would have been there, but it was expired. That was what our question was. Thank you.
Okay, so it's really not a change from what was
No.
previously suggested.
Yeah.
All right, therefore be it resolved, the public hearing for variation 1713-21 be closed. Mover?
Karina.
Seconder?
Andrew?
Thank you. All in favor? That's carried. Be it resolved that council approve variation application number 1713-21. Mover?
Henry Siemens?
Seconder?
Don?
Thank you. All in favor? And that is carried.
Next public hearing is for conditional use, number 1715-21. Applicant Ryan Cool on behalf of owner Jake Bickert at 540 Cargill Road. And this is, existing zoning is MG Industrial, which used to be M Industrial, and the request is to relocate Core Fitness to the MG zone. And so this is a requirement for that change, and we have not received any objections to the application.
Okay, council, do you have any objections?
I do not.
All right, if none, hearing none, be it resolved that public hearing for conditional use number 1715-21 be closed. Mover,
Michael?
seconder,
Karina?
all in favor? And that is carried. Be it resolved that council approve conditional use application 1715-21, subject to the city Winkler lot grading and drainage permit and driveway permit. Mover,
Henry Siemens?
seconder,
Don?
all in favor? And that is carried. Be it resolved that zoning bylaw number 2271-21 be read a third and, just a second here. Okay, yeah, third and final time. Mover,
Henry Siemens?
seconder,
Don?
thank you. Scott, do you want to update us a little bit on that one and just kind of give us a condensed version of how things have gone and
Steps on the line.
steps on the line? Oh, okay. Stephanie, it's all
Stephanie,
yours.
would you want to just do a quick overview of the changes for the zoning bylaw? There she is. Uh-oh. Maybe not. Hang on one second, Stephanie. It says I have a bad network quality. Oh, boy.
Oh, no.
Okay, so Scott's gonna pinch hit for you.
Yeah, so we presented a number of these changes. A lot of them are clerical and making sure we're catching the comments that came in from the province a little bit late in the process, and so making sure that we're aligned with what those comments are. If there's any specific questions that are in the report to council here, I can address those. There's a couple of inconsistencies that we caught throughout and just made sure that we're making sure that they're in line with the existing bylaw. Not attempting to make major changes in the areas that hadn't previously been discussed prior to here.
And just, it's nice to see the feedback that we have received and including some of the concerns that were expressed and have already been dealt with. And so it's nice to have that type of dialogue.
Yep, absolutely.
All right. Thank you, Scott. Any questions of council?
A comment, if I may. I'd like to congratulate our people for the tremendous amount of work and commitment and attention to detail, which is very evident in this last version, so much so that all possible confusion that might end up later can be avoided. So thank you so much for the work that your department has done on this.
I'll make sure to pass that on.
And if Stephanie can hear it, I would certainly echo that. And I'm just thinking of our great event that we had last night, and we had our financial officer who made sure that all the meatballs were counted. And when I was reading this particular article, I know that Stephanie is the kind of individual that every word is detailed, so very, very detailed. And
Yes.
believe me,
Yes,
that would
indeed.
not have been my forte and isn't my forte, and I appreciate that level of detail that's put into this, and please pass that along as well. We, just for the audience there, we had a demonstration last night to all of our employees and a video where our beloved David Martins tried to be a cook and comedy in itself. One of them was counting the meatballs, to make sure that every meatball had to be counted, so you knew how many were consumed. So that was the typical accountant comment, so that's why I commented with this today. But we had a good time. All right, enough of that. All in favor? And that is carried. Final.
That's a big one.
That is.
Be it resolved that bylaw number 2275-21 be read a first time, which is the road naming bylaw. Mover?
Karina.
Seconder.
Michael?
Any questions or concerns of council to rename this road to Icon
Yeah,
Drive, right?
From Norland to Icon, yeah.
Not Norland.
Burbank.
Burbank.
Burbank, sorry.
Yep, Burbank to Icon. All right, and do you have a mover?
Andrew?
Andrew?
Oh, no, you guys already had
Sorry, they
seconders.
moved and seconded.
It's
We
okay.
already did that. All in favor is
Yep.
what I was asking. And that is carried. Be it resolved that public hearings be adjourned and regular council meeting reconvene. Mover?
Marvin?
Seconder?
Don?
All in favor? That is carried. Voila.
Can I suggest, Martin, that we go through the resolution from number 17 so that we're in camera for this portion?
Oh, okay. All right, be it resolved that this regular council meeting be recessed for an in-camera session to discuss matters of a preliminary nature, which is you.
Yeah, you need a mover?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll
Mover.
move.
Andrew, thank you. Seconder?
Marvin?
Marvin? All in favor? That's carried.
And then let's just give Wendy a couple
Yep.
seconds here.
Just wait 1 second.
Thank you very much. And as Martin has already said, we have sat here together for 15 years. This is also recognition of your 15 years of service to the citizens of Winkler.
Thank you. It's, and Marvin is the veteran beyond us, so thank you so much. And next but not least, we have a city manager who serves us extremely well. And I will maybe come down for this one.
Who, do you feel special?
We have a special privilege of council to do something personally for a city manager. And in that regard, thank you so much for your service and Merry Christmas to you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I gotta go close that.
Thank you very much, Jody.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
I appreciate each of you.
So therefore be it resolved, this regular meeting of council be adjourned. Mover?
Michael?
Michael? Seconder?
Karina.
Karina? Thank you. All in favor? Carried. Meeting adjourned. Thank you
you.
for coming.
Thank you, guys.
Yes, thank you for the work you do.
And Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.